What's going on today? How are you?
Welcome, welcome. We're joining you from our living room, I guess.
Yeah, from our living room. We're pretty excited to be here with you right now. We got a really important thing to talk about.
A whole lot of buzzwords today.
A whole lot of buzzword stuff that's really kind of hitting the media.
Yep.
So we wanted to touch on it and shed some light on it and hopefully, help you in that. So if you are struggling with, if your weight loss is stuck, if you don't have a lot of energy, if you feel like even if you're trying to lose body fat, if that's stuck, I think what we're going to give you in the next few minutes is really going to help.
Yeah, this is the one too where if people are losing inches around their entire body except for around their midsection, which is generally where they want to target.
Yes.
This is always my first set of questions for them too.
Yes, definitely.
Cool.
So what we're talking about today is gut health, and gut means digestive tract or probiotics, and how important they are in your daily diet, and how important they are just in general. Over the last few years, there's been a ton of research being done on it, and we're learning a ton about it. And honestly, it's been something that people just don't really focus on. Like when we're trying to get healthier, as a family, as people, what do we focus on? We focus on food,
Calories,
counting calories. We focus on workouts, and that's pretty much what people really worry about. Protein, water, all those different things.
Yeah.
But rarely do we actually get into digestive health. Like, when's the last time you thought, I wonder how healthy my digestive tract is?
Right.
Like, we just don't think like that.
Nor is it a really fun topic.
No.
I mean, you're not going to go to your office in the, coffee room and be like, hey, how many times you pooped today? It's just awkward.
Right.
So it has a tendency to be the topic that makes the most difference, but the one that people don't generally share.
Don't share.
Even as a wellness coach, this conversation should be at the top of our list. Yet it takes a while for people to feel comfortable enough to have this conversation, a few weeks. And finally I have to ask, okay, do you go to the bathroom? Are you bloated, gassy, what kind of, and they're kind of shocked that you even ask them the question.
Yes.
And I'm like, it's okay. We talk about this all the time. So
it's pretty funny. Over the years, Brooke and I have been doing this for 12 plus years, and I've helped thousands of people. And we've done weight loss challenges. One of the things that we've
those are my favorite.
Yeah, they're so fun. A tool where we get a bunch of people together. They're all trying to lose weight together, and we meet every week. We do weigh-ins, and we teach every week on a subject. And Brooke's favorite subject to talk about, always in the weight loss challenge, is
poop. It's always
time.
Well, we also have a 2-year-old, you guys. So let's be real. Poop is pretty much the topic of conversation in our house.
It's pretty relevant.
So the fact that it is awkward for adults really just makes me giggle. But once people figure out how much waste they carry in their intestines and how essential that is to their weight loss or even muscle gain, their absorption, right? Their just absorption of healthy nutrition in their system. They're like, oh yeah, let's talk about that, So it does make a huge difference. I do have my laptop up, you guys, too. So if you have questions or comments, things that have worked for you, please feel free to comment in the post here, and we can answer questions as we go.
Yes.
Or at least just write, where you're watching from.
Yeah, let us know where you're chiming in from. We'd love
Absolutely.
to hear from you. Love to get to know you. So interestingly enough, this whole topic, digestive health, is kind of near and dear to my heart too. I remember I graduated high school in 2003. God, that seems like a long time ago. And in that time frame, my dad actually developed colon cancer. And it was a really traumatic experience for me because I remember sitting in the hospital. I remember going into his hospital room right before he went into cancer. And then it's crazy even to think about it.
Before he went into surgery.
Before he went into surgery, excuse me. And even just thinking about it kind of gets me emotional. But it's I remember him sitting there. I remember him getting wheeled away to go into surgery for his colon cancer. And it was just oh my God, what's happening right now? And from that point forward, I just realized how important your digestive tract is. And if we, we do the best we can, but there's a lot of things we can do to make it healthier every single day.
And on that note, you guys, they've linked over 40 diseases now to bacterial imbalance in your gut. Things like depression, fatigue, arthritis, cancer, you mentioned. Things like colitis, diverticulitis, IBS, and the list goes on and on and on. So that's a very real story in America.
Yeah, and I just read an article yesterday too about how they're starting, new research is connecting bacterial imbalance in your gut to the function of your brain. And if you're out of balance in your gut, it literally affects neurotransmitters in your brain, and they're just starting to develop these connections. So it's crazy how deep this topic goes,
right?
And how really it plays a big part. Hey, what's up, Alicia?
Hi, Alicia.
How are you?
Yeah, there's a big link there. It almost is. It's like sludge, you guys. Ew.
Yeah.
And it just sits in your intestines. And imagine, to me, it's like quicksand. So imagine your body trying to run through quicksand. That's a little bit what it's like.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. It's
Ew.
pretty nuts.
Cool.
So let's talk about probiotics, because that's kind of a buzzword that we see out there all the time, right? And it's a big part of it. And what are probiotics, and how does it relate to, you know, the overall conversation of digestive health? So when you go to the grocery store next time and you see the word probiotics, you know exactly what it means. You know, if you need it, if it's important, if you should get it, all those different things.
Well, and I think it's the ultimate media buzzword right now.
Yeah.
You know, I get this is probably the number one nutritional question we get right now is, do you have a probiotic? But you go, like the other day I was getting my nails done, and I'm sitting there and they have like Men's Health and Shape and Self magazine and all these magazines, and every single one of them on the front cover has something about reduce belly fat by taking a probiotic, 3 foods to add to your diet to increase the good bacteria in your system, how to jack up your immune system.
Yep.
I mean, over and over and over and over the media is talking about this. So you go to the grocery store, it's like basically a flashing light everywhere. Yeah,
it really is. It's kind of nuts. And just so what does probiotics mean basically? And we're talking about bacteria, right? Mm-hmm. Probiotics means good bacteria in your digestive tract. And not having the right balance of good and bad, because you need both.
Right. Okay,
not having the right balance of both leads to a lot of the problems that we were just talking about a little bit ago. And what we're starting to understand now is that by our diets that are full of processed, deep-fried foods, not drinking enough water, being overweight, feeling tired, that all affects the bacteria in your gut. And so, in general, our bacterial health is subpar. Like, it's pretty crappy, actually. No pun intended. But it's really low. So we need probiotics to be able to supplement and restore the balance, so we can start to digest our food and start to actually utilize it in our bodies. And that's kind of that. I just popped in my head right now. But you know what's interesting? You ever hear the cliche, "You are what you eat"? Right? Yeah. That everyone thinks that. Not really. You're not. It's you are what you digest and absorb. Yes. Is really what the correct saying of it. The first one's incomplete. So.
And you know, just in my past history, I've worked a lot with athletes, and a lot of athletes are trying to get leaner, get fitter, get faster. You know, gain weight is a very common thing for some of these athletes. And the number one thing we work on, honestly, is gut health and absorption. Because have you ever met the person who can eat and eat and eat and eat and they just don't gain weight? These are a lot of like young male athletes. They just don't gain weight. And I'm always like, okay, let's check in on their gut health, on their immune system, on the amount of nutrition that their body is actually absorbing. And that oftentimes just clicks for them, and they can put on the healthy pounds of weight that they are looking for.
Yeah, it's so true. And that's one of the reasons why you said if you're feeling stuck right now in your weight loss or your weight gain or your body fat loss, it's because of the absorption factor that's not really probably working in our best interest.
Totally. Yep. Awesome. So if you're just joining us today, welcome. We're hanging with you from our living room. Hi, Alicia. And go ahead and type in your name and where you're watching from. And of course, if you have any questions, if you have anything that you want to contribute to the conversation, like, hey, this works for me, we would love to hear your ideas and your questions as well. And if we don't know right now, we'll go research it and come back and chat with you about it.
Totally.
Cool. So let's talk a little bit about, I think people know about the bacteria in their gut. They know it's important. They know the word probiotic. They know that there are many, many diseases linked to our digestive health. And now, where can they get a probiotic? Yeah,
exactly. So there's really, in my mind, 2 easy ways to get probiotics. You can either eat foods that are rich in probiotics, or you can supplement with probiotics.
Yep.
And in an ideal world, we wouldn't have to have any supplementation, like at all, because everything we eat every day would give our bodies exactly what our bodies needed. The unfortunate part of our society today is, number one, our food quality is really poor. There's a lot of companies that are putting things in our food that just are really wreaking chaos in our bodies. And so it's not always super easy or possible to get what our bodies needs from our food.
Right.
But we still try and eat the best we can, obviously. So the other way to go about it is to supplement, to actually take a probiotic supplement. And there's a ton of different supplements on the market, you know, probiotic wise, which is great. One of the ones that we've chosen to use and we've been using recently is it's called Simply Probiotic. I don't know, do you want to talk about that a little bit?
It's called Simply Probiotic. Easy for me to say, right? Simply Probiotic. It's actually in each of our mugs right now. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, boom.
Yeah, so Carl has hot lemon tea and I have hot green tea. And they both have a scoop of this in there, which is, it's hard to see with the lights. We'll take a picture of it. This is the Simply Probiotic that we use. It's really easy, and the reason that I love it, for two reasons. It's a travel size, so it's very small. And you can put it in any gym bag, any purse, put it in your car. We keep it just on our counter by all of our teas. So if we have coffee or tea in the morning, we put it in there.
Yep.
Teeny tiny scoop, and you can mix it in hot, you can mix it in cold, you can mix it in water or food or shakes or yogurt or anything that you're eating. It's so simple. And we put it actually right into our hot tea this afternoon. So it's really easy.
I mean, you can even bake with it. It's pretty sweet.
And it won't change, right? So that's really important. And one of the things with this, like in my own words, I mean, there's a lot of scientific language for this, but the difference between some of the things that you see in the grocery store and an actual supplement that's been scientifically proven is that a lot of the probiotics, you guys, they're broken down in your throat or in your stomach because of the acids that's in your digestive system. This is kind of coated so that it makes it all the way through your throat, all the way through your digestive system, or your stomach, and gets into your digestive system where it can actually do its job. Yep. So a lot of the media, like probiotic stuff, you know, it just doesn't make it all the way to where it needs to do its job.
Yeah, because if it all burns up or gets dissolved from the acid in your stomach, I mean, you're using a product that's not doing its job, so it's like kind of pointless.
Yes, exactly. Okay, Alicia, she says, my hubby is the one of those guys trying to gain weight and lean muscle. Good. Looking into his absorption for nutrition. Yes, good. He's getting the probiotic.
Love it.
Yes, Alicia, probiotic and cell activator. Yes, ma'am. Those are the two things that are game changers for athletes from an absorption perspective.
Yep.
Really good.
So, you know, you can use a supplement, obviously. You can even eat food. And some of the probiotic foods that are out there, like there's sour apple vinegar. A lot of people use that, and they'll, like, you know, take a little shot of it. It's like sour foods, okay? So it'd be like fermented vegetables. A lot of yogurts and some of the dairies say they're rich in
fermented vegetables? Like, does anyone eat fermented vegetables? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, let's just forget about that one.
I'm going to Google it because I'm totally just curious.
It's kind of another one of those. People that are into this kind of use it as a buzzword, but there's certain vegetables that are better at that. And, you know, things like goat milk, yogurt, kefir, those are some probiotic-rich foods. But again, you got to be really careful because you got to get foods that have not been chemically altered by the food companies, that are natural, that come from good, healthy soil. Because even if they're grown in poor soil, they're not going to develop like they used to.
Yes.
So anyways, there's a lot of different things in it. That's one of the reasons why we choose a supplement with probiotic. But understand that probiotics, making sure you're getting them in on a daily basis, is so huge. And just like Brooke was talking about from an absorption, and Alicia was talking about even healthy muscle mass gain, like it all relates. And so, yes, we got to worry about our calories. Yes, we got to worry about our food. Yes, we got to work out. Yes, we got to minimize our stress. But we cannot forget about our gut health, because if you forget about your gut health, you might be in like a revolving wheel. And I can just speak from experience.
Treading water.
You're like treading water. I mean, I struggled for 7 years, and this is one of the areas I neglected for 7 years.
Yeah.
So it's just really interesting when you really kind of think about the impact of it and really realize we don't ever talk about it.
Well, and I think there's, you know, if you're going to implement counting calories or increasing your protein or, you know, macros and micros and all these other things that people talk about, it can be complicated and it can be really difficult and a lot like time consuming is what my mind says to like make these adjustments. To me, you know, by adding one little scoop of this stuff in my tea that I was going to drink this tea anyways, it's easy. I don't have to think about it. It's very fast. I'm not eating fermented vegetables, and I'm like, gross, that sounds disgusting to me. Or wonky tasting yogurt, you know, so it's just so easy and convenient, which I think just goes along with America. I don't know about you guys, but we're like business owners and parents, and yet we're busy, and I don't have time to deal with that kind of stuff. So I just want to like dump that in, know I got what I needed, and I can move on with my life.
Totally. And you know, throughout this entire month, we're talking about digestive health. This week is about probiotics and the importance of them and how you can get more in your diet. Next week we'll talk about something else, but 2 weeks from now we're going to talk about something that think about like soil. Probiotics need to have the right soil to grow in. So think of like if you plant a tree, right? It's got to have the right type of soil and the elements to be able to grow into a big tree. And one of the things we're going to talk about in 2 weeks is something that's going to enhance the function of probiotics in your digestive tract, so stay tuned for that. We'll go live on that in a few weeks.
Awesome. So if you're interested in getting some probiotic, just shoot us a message. We can help you out with where you can locate that and how you can get some in your own kitchen to put in your own tea or wherever. Hello. Hi, Alvin.
Hey, what's up, Alvin?
This is called Simply Probiotic. We can message you, Alvin, if you're interested in learning some more. We can tell you how to get it and the brand and all that kind of stuff. Super easy. You can put it in anything you want. We'll teach you exactly how to use it. Cool. Did we miss anything?
I don't think so. Just get your probiotics in, people. Make sure you do.
Poop talk.
Poop. Yeah, we're talking about poop, Alvin. So, you know,
we came on right at the right time.
We're kind of an open book in this subject. You know, something else that we'll share here coming up too that is really kind of gross and kind of interesting is it's called the Bristol stool chart.
Ew, it is gross.
Please do. Okay, cool. We'll message you, Alvin.
Will do, buddy.
So the Bristol stool chart. I'll just touch on this really quick, but it's literally a diagram that you can print off. So if you go to Google and you type in Bristol stool chart, BRISTOL for stool chart, it'll be an image, and I think there's 8 or 12 different pictures
and descriptions
of your feces, right? So the reason that they made it is because, interestingly enough, when you do go to the bathroom number 2, right, it should look a certain way, and if it doesn't look a certain way, that can be a clue to you that your digestive tract is all out of fun.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, this is awkward for normal adults. But when you have a 2-year-old, it's total normal conversation. So our 2-year-old would go to the bathroom and he'd be like, "Ooh, that was a good one." And I'm like, "That was a good one." And I'm like, "Okay, we connect on this topic."
Yes.
Most people are afraid to talk about this with me, so it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. So if you want a little entertainment and actually to learn a little bit about your poo, go to Google and type in Bristol stool chart. We'll post it on our page here in the next day or two. But
awesome. I hope y'all are having a really great Thursday, and it was nice to chat with you here for a few minutes. And we'll be live on this page every Thursday at the same time. So join us, come with us, grab some hot tea, comment, ask questions. We're excited to be here with you. Have a really great day.
Awesome. We'll talk to you guys later. See ya.